Hey guys, Ofo Ezeugwu, CEO of Who's Your Landlord. I'm here today with
Jeff Buelle, Principal of Reburn Development.
Awesome. And so I met Jeff in Denver at a conference earlier this year. And so I'm with him today in their new $82 million project right here in Albany. I want to ask him a few questions about Who's Your Landlord and like what they see in the future with it. That work for you?
Yeah, it works for me, yeah.
Awesome. So how has Who's Your Landlord affected your business, Reburn Development?
I think when you talk about who's your landlord, you break it down to a conceptual standpoint of what's the importance of the idea, right? And I think in 2019, if you're involved in real estate, you're likely marketing to millennials, Generation Z, people who have been sold to their entire lives. They know when they're being pitched something, and transparency is important.
Absolutely.
And the concept and the gist of Who's Your Landlord really promotes a transparency that we crave because we value our product so highly. Yeah. We think if you put us side by side with everybody else, we'll outperform everybody, so that there's a metric and a measure for somebody to independently say, here it is, here's the proof. Incredibly valuable to us.
Awesome. And I know you were telling me when we met in Denver that, over the last couple of years, you've 3x the value of your portfolio, I think to the tune of $42 million. How has WYL been a part of that in any way?
Often in real estate development, the second guy fixes the first guy's mistake, right? So how do you fix a mistake? You fix a mistake with exterior tools. So we see opportunities to improve upon a situation, and the best way to improve upon that situation is just to change the spectrum of what you're doing. Right? I can go in and I can have all the good ideas in the world, but if I have no promotional way of my target audience understanding what it is I'm doing, right, especially when you go back to that transparency, then I'm going to have a much harder job. So having a third party independent person that's out there saying this is who these guys are allows us to just be who we are, and side by side with our competition we'll stand out.
Awesome. So why is this kind of platform, what Who's Your Landlord has built, why is it important for renters, for developers, and for the community as a collective?
I think if everybody understands what's actually happening in a situation, you're better off. So if it's Who's Your Landlord that's saying, this is literally Who's Your Landlord. It's a great name, by the way. There's no missing piece to the puzzle, right? Obviously, social media and the internet have changed the entire world. So for a renter to be able to go in and background check, I imagine that's going to be scary to some developers, right? Who historically there's a reputation out there of people just doing the least amount that they need to do, and I think that least amount to do guy is going to fail.
Right.
So from that guy's perspective, probably a terrible tool. But we love it because again, we'll go side by side with anybody and outperform them.
Yeah.
And so from a development perspective, it's all about maximizing your net operating income.
Right.
And you can only do two things: you can keep your expenses in check, or you can raise your revenue. Mm-hmm. And having real time, in the moment feedback is critical.
Absolutely. And then, we have new software. So I was talking to Jeff a bit about this offline, but we now we have WYL for home providers. And so in real time, we aggregate reviews from all over the web, put them in one location so developers can see how each of their buildings are performing online month to month. They can respond to reviews right from our platform. We thematically will show them keywords that keep appearing in comments and reviews, and also allow them to send out a vanity link so they can receive verified reviews back right to the Who's Your Landlord platform. So with that in mind, how would that be helpful for a developer, generally speaking, and also for Redburn?
Yeah, I think it's the same. It's a maximization of NOI, right? We have a socially conscious platform inside of our company that we're intending to do good, but we still need to make money.
Sure.
And the best way to make money is to have a happy client at the end of the day. So if the client's happy, they're going to stay, they're going to spend more money. And when you use words like real time and keywords so that we can focus on what it is we need to be improving,
right,
exponentially it's just going to build off of itself. It's very exciting.
Awesome, man. Well, Jeff, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tours. It's been beautiful.
Yeah.
And looking forward to doing more work with you guys.
Awesome, man.
Awesome.
Thanks.